Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shotadi Olusegun. This afternoon, I want to explain one model to you. It's a novel discovery. You can actually find this model in my research publication, but I want to illustrate it on the board so that people can get to know how it really works. Now, time energy wave model models the universe the way it is. It moves from singularity to singularity. And so we're going to see that on the board. It will be so clear to many people that do not know that there is a kind of relationship between time and energy, where actually there is still a formula of everything which deals with time, energy, and mass. It deals with the relationship between them and the interaction. But today, I want to actually explain that time energy wave model. Come with me, let's see how it looks on the board. Now, here is the board, and first thing I want to write on this board is time energy wave the model. Okay, so now the relationship goes like this. We have the wave pattern like this, like this. This wave pattern, the one we have like this is the energy wave. And so there is another pattern that goes like this. So now we're going to actually call this one energy, that is the energy wave, and this one time. Now when you look at this point, you can call it a point of singularity. Singularity. Point of singularity. That is the point there. So now, if you look at this kind of relationship, you see that when time scales wide, or when time is high, energy become low. When time scales wide or scales high, energy becomes low. Now at this point, at this highest point and the lowest point, we have convergence of mass right here. And so here we can say we have a convergence of mass that is very big here, so big. And then we have convergence of small mass right here. Now this mass is suspended, and this as well is suspended. I will talk later more on the suspension of the two masses. But what I want you to know is that anytime time scales high or wide, then energy becomes low or narrow. And this kind of situation will give us the possibility or the feasibility of mass convergence. Because when mass when energy is low, based on the fact that the scope of time is wide, then what we have there is convergence of mass. And then when you look at the second phase right here, you see that here energy, now here energy is scaling high. That is, the intensity of energy is becoming high, while the scaling of time is becoming narrow or low. That is the relationship. We have inverse relationship between time and energy. And that inverse relationship that we have between time and energy is the same thing we have with either mass and energy or time and mass. So mass is inverse to time scaling as well, just as energy is inverse to time scaling. So right here, we now see that this relationship of time energy wave model actually explains the reality of time. And based on this, we can actually track the movement of time, though we may not see the trajectory of time in real sense. But once we know the function or the operation of energy, we can use that to trace the trajectory of time. So this model is very, very essential, very essential for advanced knowledge. It's a novel discovery. So now, what I want us to know, to really understand here, is that we can see that the trajectory of both energy and time actually emerge from singularity, then back to singularity. Same thing right here, from singularity to singularity. So from this we can see the expansion, this phase. Here we have expansion phase, and here we have contracting phase. So if we're to analyze this and dissect it the way it is, we can call this phase, we can see that here things are contracting, and that is synonymous to gravity. It's synonymous to gravity. So basically what I want us to really understand here is that we have transition from quantum mechanics to classical mechanics. Because later in subsequent video I'm going to explain how formula of everything can be used to get these two masses, to get this particular mass and this mass as well. And from that we'll be able to see how the whole system of the universe transits from quantum realm to classical realm. Because formula of everything is the unification of quantum mechanics to classical mechanics. So we're going to actually explore that in our subsequent video properly. But now, this thing is synonymous to these two actions, this expansion and contraction. They are synonymous to nuclear fusion and nuclear fission. Nuclear fusion, that is when you have deuterium and tritium, when you have them merged together, they form bigger mass, which is helium. And if it goes like that, then it will be getting bigger masses. It will be, forming bigger masses like lithium and some other elements like that. But now, when it gets to a point that the mass is so formed and so big, then decay can actually happen, which is nuclear fission. So when that decay happens, then we'll be in this contracting phase. But in the face of nuclear fusion, which is N fusion, N fuse, we are having expansion, that is from smaller masses to bigger masses. Then in this phase where we have N fission, which is nuclear fission, then the mass, that big mass that is being formed is now decaying back to singularity. So that is just what I intend to explain to you today. Please like and subscribe this video so that you will be informed when we have the subsequent videos. Thank you. God bless you.